Hello everyone, welcome to Built from Bricks. I'm Brian,
I'm Drew.
and we are doing multiple things today.
Yep, we're divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. Drew is finishing up Voltron, going to talk about Voltron and show you some... What else did you bring? You brought another Voltron related thing.
I brought the plastic Voltron, the full version of the plastic Voltron.
Ah, non-Lego one.
Non-Lego.
We'll see what the size of that is compared to this.
Because this is plastic too, so...
Well, it is plastic.
Yeah.
It's ABS though. And we are also going to be constructing part of a zoo. So I always talk about the zoo and the zoo updates and mentioning the elephant enclosure. I'm going to do some of the elephant enclosure here live so you can see my process and how I think and how I build. I don't typically draw out, which I probably should, but I like more of the free on-the-fly building, and then I fix it as I go and rearrange or redo as I go. So I'm going to work on that. You may see in the cover on the... Before it started, a little elephant picture, so it was an idea of what the enclosure part will look like. But I'm looking to add some other stuff into it, some water area and a mud area as well. So I'm going to be working on that with pieces I might be getting up and down a bunch. And Drew will be fiddling with Voltron and trying to figure out how that sword can stay up in his hand there, because it seams awfully heavy. And there's a shield. He's got the shield. But his arm doesn't stay up to hold this.
His arm doesn't stay up.
Well, we'll look at that part too.
I don't know if it does.
Unless it's in the opposite hand.
No.
So, got one viewer, 4 that just jumped. We got 4 viewers, and we may be live on the wall in Mansfield at Bricks and Minifigs, and always happy to see those guys. It's been a little while that I've been in there recently because I've been at work. You know, that work thing, you know, gets in the way sometimes. It didn't. Oh, he is there.
Hey, nice.
Well, hello, Patrick. And if you just missed the intro, we're doing a little Voltron talk. He's going to be talking about what we finally finished after 4 weeks. And I'm going to be doing a little live, what do we call this again? Like on-the-fly build of the...
Inside Brian's mind.
Inside my head, how I think, how I build, how I pop up with ideas as I'm going along. And speaking of that, I did bring a little section of water because I was thinking maybe I'll just use this base plate as... These are awesome. I love these. This is from the Tower Bridge.
Yep.
And I'm not using the Tower Bridge as for building the Tower Bridge. I'm using pieces from it for other stuff. So I may use this as a little cheap start for part of the water for the elephant while Drew makes a lot of noise over there. Yep. But hello to anybody watching in Mansfield. Chris and Patrick and Sarah and Frankie are the employees. And yes, I probably could use some of the parts, and I do have, and I may be pulling out this bag from that I mentioned last week from some of the parts from Mansfield and using some of that in this too. Oh, I see a little Voltron coming in, so you'll see Drew holding up his Voltron while I'm doing... It's like a dual stream in one.
Yeah. Well, we tried to finish it last week. We tried to finish Voltron. I mean, right here now you can see the feet, and of course we still have it so that I'm way over here because there's something on the wall or whatever.
I'm moved over now. I'm good.
Now, but there's no room. There's like
there you go.
so
Move
much
over.
room of the.
There is. Why is it like that? We can slide it over, but I don't know if we should do it live.
The electrical panel or something. I don't know.
Possibly
something
the electrical
you didn't
panel.
want to see. So
I'm trying to keep it, you know, looking like a studio. I want to see the electrical
as much
panel.
as you can.
I suppose I could put a picture over there. There we go.
So here's Voltron.
Bring a sign.
And I will.
Ooh, I have a sign. I could use the.
Start knocking things off of it.
He's already breaking it. Before he can show it off, he's breaking it. And then you look in his small camera there, you can see...
Just the feet.
Yeah, so you talk about that, and I'm going to be mumbling about this, if this should be my water area, which will be added to.
Yeah,
we'll
so
see.
I'll talk about this in between when you have to get up and down and get stuff. So.
Yes, and I'm be building and talking as I'm building, so...
In the meantime, I'm going to assemble the other...
He's assembling the other one while I work on this. And if anybody's watching that joins in that has chat capability, we're at Built from Bricks, and you can chat... subscribe, and if you have any questions, Fargrim Hammerfist can, you know, let us know what's on his mind. I like that name. Fargrim Hammerfist. It does sound like a Warhammer type name. It's probably, maybe he played or dwarf, but like, maybe a D&D name. It's a Dungeons and Dragons name. I got my Jurassic Park shirt on. I thought that was fitting for today. What do you have?
I put Optimus Prime because Optimus Prime, Peter Collins, the narrator voice of Voltron.
Oh, you mentioned that.
Yeah, so I remember.
So one thing here, you may see I have a base plate on a base plate. Sometimes I like to do this because then I can get height. I wish I actually should start with a blue base plate, but then I have to cover the entire thing to hide all the blue.
Yep.
But then you can make the water sunken more.
Okay.
Where this, it doesn't have, unless I build this up, You don't really have a sunk. You have like a flat level water.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So speaking of that, that's how I'm talking about working on the fly. I might go grab the blue base plate. So let me sneak by Drew.
Oh, I didn't know you were going this
And
way.
you can talk while I'm over this way.
Alright.
It's easier for this part.
So the completed Voltron is pretty nice, and it stands pretty tall. We did figure out how to actually snap the bottom feet. The bottoms of the feet down so they actually stay. And you'll notice that the legs kind of flare out, and that's because you had all this space for the legs of the lions, and that's basically Voltron stands a little bow-legged.
He does. He stands a little bow-legged, but he would be so unstable if he didn't.
Yep.
So, as I was mentioning, speaking on the fly, and here I'm back, it's the name of a maul-wielding dwarf I played in D&D. Ha! See, it was a D&D.
Oh, yeah.
So if I start with a blue base plate, yes, I need to cover a lot of this, but I can work with it, and most of this blue won't be seen, but I can make depth this way and actually add, layers and have it deeper so it looks more like a pond that the elephants would probably want to, splash around in. So what is your thought on that? You see where I'm going with that? Where I start with blue,
Sure.
and these are rare. You can't buy these blue ones. Where can you buy? Why does that look translucent? Look, you can see through it.
Do we still have?
No, no, it's a reflection.
Oh,
That's
maybe.
weird. This looks weird on the screen. It's a big 48 by 48 blue. They do sell I think it's the 32 by 32 blues, but not a 48 by 48. This is through a Lego, special Lego club, where we were able to buy some other pieces that you don't normally see. There's not a lot of those, but this is one of them.
Nice.
So I'm gonna start with blue, because then I can cover most of the blue that I don't want to see anyway. I am missing my tan plates, base plates, and if I can peek around for those, that would be great. Because I need tan and I need mud-colored plates, because around the water, I'm going to have mud. And mud, we use the dark tan pieces. So I'm going to be peeking through this bag here. I think I got some in here. I also try to make it not just everything square. And again, I want to make height, so I'm probably going to raise some of this with some just any color 2x4 bricks or 2x3 bricks, anything that will work, just to get it, like I said, some height. So pieces like this, slanted slope pieces, this is great for making organic looking mud areas where you don't just have squares, you have nice angle pieces. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to put that somewhere on this base plate, and I need to find more of those. If there's more in the bricks in the bin at Bricks and Minifigs, then I'd like to find more of those. A lot of odd shaped dark tan pieces, odd shaped tan pieces, stuff like that. I'm sure they're there. I'm sure more will pop up. And I picked up these pieces. I picked up this piece just because it's a cool piece.
Oh, neat. I like that.
The translucent, these glow in the dark pieces are awesome. With the black light, these things. I wish I had more of these so I could build a dark, like a moon-based landing type thing.
That doesn't glow in the dark. That just.
I bet you this doesn't glow in the dark, but with black light, it looks awesome. This stuff looks awesome.
Yeah.
So not the pieces I wanted in there. So we're gonna have to work with what I got. See what I can come up with. And some of this is gonna be covered. I might use some of these rounded pieces, and you won't see them because they're gonna be covered under different layers. And that creates that water, that depth of water that I was talking about. So if I think about where you want to come in on this space plate, where the visitors are going to come, there's going to be a walkway. And because it's elephants, and if you didn't see the elephant, I have mentioned it before, this is the elephant I'm using in the enclosure there. And this is from the merry-go-round set. But it's a perfect scale to minifig. It's kind of a good size for the minifig. If you see, I put a minifig next to it, and it's a good size. Good height where she could be sitting on top and riding the elephant. But this is the scale of the elephant I'm using. So what do we got here? I'm going to start working a little magic. Not magic, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
See where I want to place this in the enclosure. I want to have the water so the people that are coming up to the site can see. They want to see the water area, so they can maybe they'll catch an elephant splashing around. This will be a walkway here, but I'm probably gonna have the water close to the walkway, kind of like in the hippo enclosure.
Sure. Just
so they can have it, and maybe a little. I'm gonna have some rock formations over in this section.
Okay. Yeah.
But kind of like Roger Williams Zoo, which is in Providence, or near Providence. It's kind of not in Providence.
Well,
It's sort of Providence, Cranston.
It's so small that it's right
Yeah.
outside of Providence. It's not
Yeah,
like...
so it'll be kind of like Roger Williams. So we got the water here. You know they have their giraffes over here,
Yeah.
but the water here, and then this all area will be the mud, kind of dirt, mostly tan pieces, and then mostly tan, and then my fence thing, which if you can see this, which I'm going to be deconstructing, this is kind of the enclosure that you'll see for the elephants. Is something like this. Might try and make it a little longer if I can, but this is really close to what they have at Roger Williams.
Yeah.
But I don't want the square. As you can see, this was a quick thing we built at Philly Brickfest, and I want to make it not a square and give it more excitement to it. And they don't really hang out in grass. We had a Stegosaurus in here that was sick, which is what this Triceratops, and this is the big pile of poop. So, with that said, let me work on a little of this. See what I can come up with for how I like the look of it. Don't drop them. And if Drew wants to
stand very well.
and if Drew wants to take over while I'm focusing on this a little bit,
Problem with this one.
he
The
can.
Lego one stands great.
Does it?
Yeah, I think. Well, one thing, it's either just too loose in this spot, so I'm not sure. So it doesn't stand.
What
as
was
well as I
that?
wanted it to.
Piece. I'm getting pieces thrown at me from across the studio. Another one. Where do the teeth come from?
From the bottom of my foot over here.
Oh, someone stepped on a Lego piece. So anybody joining in, we are live in Mansfield. Thank you, Mansfield. I'm getting pieces tossed at me constantly over here from across the room. And we're building we have this Voltron built. He has the toy plastic version built, which won't stand very well. And I'm working on a live build of my elephant enclosure, which I'm looking for pieces already. So I may be up and down, like I said. And thanks to anybody who's watching live in Mansfield and everybody else who's watching. There's no one chatting besides Firegrim Hammerfist, but
that's all right.
That's okay.
Once you go look for something, I'm going to bring this stuff over so I can have some space. So, again, there's the Lego Voltron. And then Playmates Toys put out a classic Voltron. I'm just going to put him in the enclosure here. And he is about the same size. Actually, he looks like he might be just a little bit smaller. But you can see from the two of them there that the detail in it is really good. As far as what detail the Lego one has versus something made out of plastic. Now there is one thing that the Lego thing cannot do that this one can.
Peach, is that you? Where are you?
It has
arms, and body.
It has voices. It has different things. So it also has the sword.
Activate interlocks. Dynatherms connected.
And these are the swords.
Up. Mega Busters are go. Form feet.
Okay, you need to stop talking there with that. There we go. And so we've got the shield, and then the shield here. So these two shields together. Let's see. Let's put this over here just for a second. We got the shields together, and so you got that. Like what? 8 points to the shield there, and
I'm looking at the how they copied it.
Yeah, and you look too. On Hunk's Lion, you got the wings there, and you got the wings here using the that's kind of probably too low, but the wings there on the front of it. So, looks pretty good as far as getting these.
Are they the same
close
height?
Together. They're very, very, very close. I think the wings on this are a little bit higher. If you put them all the way up. And also, this one's standing on just a little bit more. So they're just about the same. Just about the same. But there you go. That is one. And then this has all the different weapons and stuff that go with it and stuff like that. And then they didn't really have that for this one here. But you can easily take this one apart and turn them into lions quicker than you can with the Lego one. But still.
There is a Voltron in my zoo.
There's a Voltron stepping all over the dino poop. So,
Alright, now I need to move the Voltron.
Now the Voltron has to move.
So we were talking about Voltron, and did anybody see, I saw a thing today from, I think it was Brainy Bricks, he posted a donut shop, supposed to be a Target exclusive.
I did see that. I think it was Evan's family.
Did they post it too?
They posted it too. But yeah, it was a Target, there's going to be a Target exclusive Lego. Yep. Well, because no more TRU, so gotta find
What's TRU?
You know, that place that they used to go to, for some reason had a giraffe.
Oh, that place.
Remember the one way back when that used to have a panda?
Panda?
As their yeah, it was down.
Hi, Imperial Officer.
There.
It's going. Did you see he was in here?
I did not.
Just noticed. I'm scavenging pieces as I go. I need a lot of angle pieces apparently, but I'm getting an idea of what I want to do. But I wish I did have more of those angle pieces. That's going to be my problem. So we're going to add what I showed you, which is I'm talking about, which was the waterfall area, and that's going to probably be over here. So this is my haphazard way of building. I experiment, and if I don't like it, I pull it back up with a piece remover and try something else. So I am working on it, and it could take me, I could spend 20 minutes just messing around with this part, and we'll see if I come up with anything that I like so far. I will see where the border is going to be, the enclosure is going to be, and that will help me sometimes in where I'm, thinking about going. So I should do, I'm using brown wood pieces, but it'd be almost better if I did gray pieces, but brown's fine. I mean, we use wood everywhere in the zoo, so.
Yeah, you don't want it to look like it's too much concrete, though. That's what it is.
Yeah. So here's a part of the zoo. I'm pulling this apart. This is part of the enclosure. You know what I'm going to try to do is see if I can curve this. Because it's so long.
Yep.
I might be able to curve this, and that'd be even cooler. And kind of do this. See how I can do this? Where you can, you can bend it.
Yep.
If I can bend it enough, I could actually make a really cool thing like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like. So we're going to try that. Different ideas. If it snaps, it's going to go flying and hit Drew. He might cry.
That's right. The snapping you'll hear is all the assembling. Assembling another Voltron.
Another Voltron.
I brought a second Voltron.
You brought two Voltrons?
I brought two Voltrons.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You might have said that, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I have two. I actually have three.
He's special.
I have a smaller one too. But this one is for the new show. It's not the classic Voltron.
Oh. And what's the new Voltron called again?
Voltron Legendary Defender.
I can never remember.
And the original is called Defender of the Universe.
Sounds like Masters of the Universe.
Yes, and you know that they've got a revamped She-Ra
Oh
show
boy.
on Netflix starting in November. Yeah,
Really?
November. Yep. Just did a post on that the other day.
So we're gonna see if this can bend. There's other ways to do this, but I just want to see if I can bend it. Like, see, look at this. Would that be cool if I could get it to go like this?
That would be.
Experimenting. Ooh. Kind of stays. I know this is going to be tricky to have these rise up in the air, though. I almost need to put, like, some jumper pieces underneath to lock it in place. I'm sure there's other ways to do this, but see how the bend on this? That could work. And you can get a nicer view of the elephant. And there'll be sand, there'll be dirt, huh?
Yeah, that's
I think this is cool. I just got to figure out a way to lock that in place.
Yeah, it's good. Be able to put it down.
That's experimenting. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, so, this other Voltron is from Voltron Legendary Defender, and it's actually the newest Voltron because it's a more of a souped up version of Voltron because it's now what do they call it? They call it Hyperphase Voltron.
So I'm grabbing some pieces. He's talking. I'm talking.
That's all right.
Someone asked what I was building, so I was answering that.
All right.
If you just joined in, I'm working on an elephant enclosure for the zoo, and I'm starting with blue. That way, I can get some like depth and height for the land, and have the elephants actually, be able to splash around in water, and then have there's gonna be a lot of tan pieces over here as well. The rest of this will all be tan,
Yep.
and a little rock area over here with a waterfall. So I'm probably gonna try. That's why I'm still playing with this. I don't know if I like this yet, but that's how I build. I'm experimenting and see what happens. Back to
Cool.
Drew.
That's all right. I think that's what that should be it for Voltron talk. I was thinking of maybe taking apart and showing the lines one
There
at a
you go.
time. But if you want me to do that, I can do that.
That sounds like a good plan.
All right, I'll take them apart and do the lions one at a time.
If you don't like Voltron, let us know.
It's too bad if you don't like Voltron, you haven't tuned in for the past 3 weeks. Hey, we're just gonna let you know now. We don't like Voltron. Oh, okay.
Now look, so I was able to put a jumper piece there and make this curved wall stay curved. It's going to be really delicate to work with, but I think that makes it just a little more like natural instead of having square everywhere. This is kind of cool. They're bending these rods will bend and probably eventually stay in that shape, but that's okay. Do you see any? No, you probably don't. Look at some 2x4 brown plates. So I'll show you this. I'll hold it up and give you an idea what you're seeing here, because I'm trying to do this. What is this? I almost missed this. I was struggling with Tomb Raider game. So you see here how I'm curving the wall. You can see a much better idea of what I'm doing there. So just to make it, like I said, I don't want squares everywhere. So this is, if I can get it to stay like this, and I like it, I'm going to keep it, and do a little more trickery with some other parts of it. While Drew works on a little bit of finishing up with Voltron, because we'll be done with Voltron after today. Right?
I believe so.
Yes, we're done with Voltron after today. I'm going to put that there as a marker just to know where this is supposed to curve. So this way I know, here's my curve. Start here and here. So if I have to pick this up, I know where I have to curve it to again.
Gotcha.
And I probably have to pick it up right now. Perfect. So that does work well with these little jumper plates. Using brown jumper plates here
That works.
to keep it, and I have to do it to the rest of it just to get the height the same.
Mhm.
So I have to put one probably here. I gotta experiment where they go. This one needs to move over. It's just a unique way to build. He sees what I'm doing there. Very clever, he said. Well, thank you. It's tricky though. It's very tricky to get it to work the way I want. Ooh, perfect. That one lined up. Now I need another one here. Somewhere here. It's a matter of where it lines up underneath.
So here's something that the Lego one couldn't do. Put the legs inside here. The Lego one, they have to be out. So they had to figure out a way to put the legs outside of out of the way.
Excuse me. I see some perfect pieces over here for what I'm trying to do. So a little finagling here to get it in place the way I want it. It's giving me some difficulty right now. That worked, though. It seems to work. What do you think? Does that work? They twist a little bit. That's the part I'm having. But it doesn't look bad, does it?
No, it's good.
You sure?
Yes.
I take criticism well, so. And a lot of this gap, if there's gaps, you're not going to see it when I have the sidewalk outside of it too. So, alright, so there, I'm going to change where the mud is, but here's the idea of the curved wall. It's very tricky to do that, but I think it'll work the way I want. So I'm going to work with that, and then fix this mud area, which I already don't like. When these are big plates that you put down, it's always really tricky to pick them up. This would be better over here. But I don't know if I want mud here, because this is going to be the mountain. How are you going to curve the walkway? How I'm going to curve the walkway is probably having the walkway here, and then a lot of, what is this? Beeping here, phones beeping. I am not answering phones. I am not answering work stuff. Sorry, buddy. I will probably put plants and foliage around the curved area. You like the ringtone. That's the notification for one of the things. So I'll probably put foliage around the gap area, and that way I'll curve it around. So if I have 2x2 tiles, which I do have, and I'm going to bring some of those over just so I can see what that's going to look like. And I'm glad you asked, because now I found some of the tan pieces I need. So here we go. You'd see. He asked how I do the 2, 4, 6. So I wish it was moved over one, but that's okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm gonna move that over one, because otherwise I'm gonna line up weird on the edge of the tile, and I want it to be squares on the edge. So if I start down here, you'll see in a second how I would do it, and then put plants in there to get it correct. And so here you'd have, see here you're gonna have dirt. This will be sand over here. Most of this will be sand, and then you'll have the water section over here. I'm showing Drew too, just so he knows what's going on. So I have a cup of tiles here. You can see what that's gonna look like. Some of these may be swapped out for tiles with jumpers on them. Probably should do that now, but it's okay if I have to do it later. They're close to the edge, close enough to the edge that I can pull them up with a little piece remover. But you can see here, so it's gonna, I can't put one exactly there, so I'll do this. Because if I try and put one here, which they can't see, but the corner's taken up by the round piece. So there I'm gonna put some like smaller 1x2s or 1x1 tiles, and then fill in with plants and foliage if I can't. And that'll make the curved look. That's the way I work, right? Well, Drew wants to say something.
No, just
no?
Just interesting how you did this.
Oh no, we lost a viewer. We have 5. It says we have 5, but I don't know if that's correct. I'm thinking of raising this up higher too, so that way I can get even more depth.
Yep.
So I already put these tiles down, and now I'm probably picking them back up just because that's in my mind how I build. So Drew's still, like I said, fiddling with Voltron. He's trying to. I thought he was doing the tigers, but he's putting it back together. I think.
Tigers.
Lions.
Yeah. Well,
bear,
no. I'm
bears.
taking it apart and doing the.
Oh, we had 7 viewers. Oh.
I am putting the lions.
I guess I bored them with my technique here of building.
That or it's been.
But I have a lot of
Voltron talk.
Or too much Voltron talk. We always talk about. People always ask how I build stuff and how long it takes, and I never have an answer because it takes forever. Someone's trying to call me. I am not answering.
Right.
I am shooting pieces at Drew though. I don't know if anybody caught that. He's. What's that?
I said I gotta go get those, don't I?
Yeah, I suppose. So, anybody who's tuning in, we were talking about it's always a good time. Thank you, Imperial. Anybody who's joining in, we are building
I don't know where that went.
Voltron. Well, we finished Voltron. He was showing off what the finished Voltron looked like, as well as the plastic one. I see that he transformed my Lego Voltron into the lion. The head is now the lion body, I think.
Yep.
He's working on something. And I think he's trying to mimic it with his. Is that what you're doing?
I'm doing all 3.
All 3. Oh, there's 3 of them.
The new lions, the old lions, the Lego lions. Yep.
So here I'm putting more on the platform just to raise it up. Any plans on getting Cloud City? I myself no. I don't know. I can't speak for Drew though.
Nope.
No on Drew as well.
I'm not getting many Lego sets anymore.
No?
No, I just can't. We're looking to move, so.
Oh, houses cost a lot of money, so I can understand that you're not buying Lego if you're trying to buy a house.
Yep.
So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I would go for the house first too. Just just saying.
Yeah, no, that's.
I saw that you were doing all kinds of stuff to your house, fixing up your house.
Been doing a lot of that. Yeah, a lot of power washing. A lot of power washing.
Power washing's always fun.
I do enjoy that actually.
It is fun. It takes a while, but it's fun to see because you see the results.
It's not gonna be fun when I look at the
Water bill?
Water bill.
Yeah, it's not as bad as you think.
Well, not till I get it. But
No, it's still not. Typically, I mean, I fill my pool every year.
yeah.
Well, or 6,000 gallons or 5,000 gallons, and even if I filled a 13,000 gallon pool, it's $100. I doubt you're using. Doubt you're using anywhere near that amount of water. So yeah, it's not. Water's not in Cumberland anyway. It's not that. I don't know what Attleboro is, but
I'm not sure.
I can't imagine it would be crazy expensive to do it either. It has many flaws from the review I saw of it today. It's a cool diorama, diorama.
I call it diorama.
Diorama. But I'm not I like some of the Star Wars stuff. I like the Millennium Falcon, especially the UCS edition. I like a few other things like the TIE Fighters and some of the stuff. But the Cloud City, I mean, it's cool for the people that like it. It's not something I like.
Huh, this even does move like the other one. Alright. I'm overrun by lions over here.
You are overrun by lions. I think you should fix that. Remedy that situation.
I think we need to finish the big cat enclosure, really. That's what we need to do.
Big cat enclosure?
Yeah.
What big cat enclosure?
You're going to do a big cat enclosure.
Yes.
You've got all these different big cats for your zoo.
I do have to finish that too. But I'm fixing the elephant.
Should have looked at that today.
That would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that earlier, Drew?
I had other things on my mind.
See that? My what do you call you?
I don't know.
The jack of all trades, master of none.
Sure. The branding guy?
The branding, he get a
PR guy?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Did you tweet today? No.
I didn't do it.
Of course not.
I don't do it on the days when when I say something about it. No, never do. All right.
There's way too many cats on this table.
I want to discuss this so that I can get these out of here.
I am overrun by cats. I don't like it.
He's a dog guy.
I do like dogs better. We gained a. He's keeping track of our viewers. We gained a viewer. You gotta get these cats off of here. So he's gonna talk about this quickly and way too many cats.
All right.
I have no room.
Oh, I should probably organize this somehow.
Too late for that.
Oh well. All right. So, the black lion in robot form versus the black lion that is. Fix the head. The black lion that is the plastic one. So you got.
The Lego one looks so much better. It does. And they did it, huh?
You're the Lego guys.
It looks better.
Hold on. That's supposed to go. Well, it's supposed to go up to be the ears. Well, yeah. I mean, there's quite a bit of detail, and these were, quick plastic things. So, and there's the comparison of those two. But like the details of what, they have on them. The green lion. So, you got your green lion here, the yellow eyes. They bend at the waist because they're, the arms appendages. And then the head holds the shield. So in here you got a little spot for that. So they look like that. And then you compare that with the newer Voltron lion. And the newer Voltron lion actually, it's got a sleeker look. It's it just got a whole different design. I like the newer one myself.
Does the non-Lego Lion one have a figure inside, or is it just a large vehicle?
This one has a little ship inside, like this little spot underneath, and then there's a little ship which I just dropped into the cavity. But yeah, there's this little ship, but it doesn't have an actual figure. It's too big, too small for that. I did it again. Dropped it right into the cavity.
He's having trouble.
Having a day.
It's kind of funny. To me, anyway.
For you.
For me, it's funny.
So yeah, and they all fit there very nice when they do. When I can get them to fit. There you go. So there's a green lion. Blue lion. Lego versus the Playmates version. Lego. Playmates version.
Look how, I mean, they're similar. I wonder if the guy that did the design for this.
Well, I mean, these are the classic ones. So
No, I know, but I wonder if he took the classic ones and said, hey, I'm going to...
But you can, yeah, maybe. You can even see, like, here there's, like, yellow, and there's yellow.
Exactly. It's, like, very close.
You know, very much like that. What I like, of course, my favorite lion. And then here's the blue, the more advanced blue lion, the newer blue lion.
Oh, the fancy lion.
Yeah, see how it's, like, a lot sleeker all together. So, I'm going to put those back in here as I go through them. I did talk about the black lion, but this is the black lion from
Someone just asked...
Legendary Defender.
Oh, someone just asked... Hello, Finn O'Sullivan. I haven't seen him here in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, Finn. We were talking about Voltron, the Voltron set, as well as me designing a elephant enclosure, right, which I'm working on right now. Very struggling on right now, I should say.
So, should you buy the Voltron set?
How much do you like mechs?
Voltron.
Or just, do you like mechs and really impressive robots? He's going to put it back together in a moment, and then you can see how tall it is and how, I mean, it's impressive as a display piece.
Yep.
I wouldn't recommend transferring it back and forth. It is pain in the butt.
Okay. I will go to the next lion, the yellow lion. So they did do some really good details on this one. I'm just going to bring them down to my thing just to show you some details here. So see, on the plastic one, it actually has this cannon type thing, and here is the cannon and the wings there. So they did some things that are very, very similar on that. So okay.
Toss.
And then this is the new yellow lion, Hunk's lion.
Whose lion?
Hunk.
Hunk?
Yep.
This red lion.
And then the red lion. Well, Brian's just dropping stuff and banging things around.
I am.
Because I'm making a lot of noise while he's doing things, he'll just make noise while I'm doing things. So here's the red lion, and you know, pretty much looks like the green lion. So, all right, and that is all the. Oh, and then this is the new lion. That's all the Voltron plastic ones, or the toy ones. These are toys too. These are the ones from the show that Playmates put out, and then I'm gonna retransform the Lego one.
Cool.
I'm gonna be really good at this once I'm done with this episode.
He is. I'll have no idea how to do it, but he will.
Yeah, because you have to take the. Gotta move over. You gotta take the legs off the Voltron, and then you have to spin them around. So I'm sorry, the shoulders. You gotta take the shoulders, spin them around. I'm saying legs because it's the lion's leg. Spin them around in order to use them. But when you do that, so when you take these off, so that's why they had here all these different points, and then on this side they had all these different points. So it's nice because you can switch them back and forth.
What did someone just? He said, "Holy cats! What just happened?"
What?
I don't know what he's referring to.
I don't know.
Maybe me banging on the table.
And I have to take the legs and fix the legs too. I probably just because I just moved my my camera And I'm going to put the wings up. You can't see anything because of how we have this position. We need to move that over about a foot.
I heard a lot of hammers recently. That was me banging the piece onto the base plate.
Oh, it's me. I'm stuck in the corner. I'm not going to take it anymore.
What is that from?
What was that? I've had enough. No. I forget what it is, but it's a movie.
So I'm just randomly putting the pieces down to fill this in because there's going to be different heights here. A little bit of height, so it doesn't matter if I have like a... See how I have this like one little blue spot?
Mm-hmm.
I'll show them. I can't show them when there's stuff on the thing though. This mud pit that I started is going to be changing, so I don't know why I built that there yet. But you can see here where I'm designing the sand part here on this curved section. But I'm going to fill in these like with there's a gap there, there's a gap there. I'm going to be filling with high. It's going to get higher and everything like that. So he's putting Voltron back together. I'm playing with mud pits or something like that. We will get this. I will get this fixed. You got quiet.
Well, I'm concentrating. You're talking.
He's concentrating on that because it is a little tricky. I will admit. Ow! That hurt.
Oh.
Fan, has anybody who's watching right now have they built anything recently? So anybody who's tuning in, wow, we've been on here for 40 minutes just chatting. And sorry if the content is a little wacky today. It's been busy and crazy around here, but I always want to be on the live stream and talk to everybody and see everybody in the show. So we are live here in the studio. I'm Brian.
I'm Drew.
And if you are in Mansfield at Bricks and Minifigs, we are up on the wall in Mansfield with Patrick and Chris and Sarah and Frankie, who all work there, and they're great. Hello, everybody. And everybody, any customer that's in the show, this is Built from Bricks. Subscribe to us. We're always kid-friendly. We're always building stuff. Love your ideas. Love to hear from you. Just curious, have either of you got an email from Bricklink about A-Fold Designer Program? I have not. What is the A-Fold Designer Program? I have not heard of that. But now I'm curious. For the most part, the mud area, like the sand, the dirt area is pretty flat. But I want to add a little texture by adding some... I'll probably put some plants in there and stuff like that. Like putting some loose grass pieces, which the elephants would just eat. But see how I can do this? Or I can put some 1x1s in there and fill it in. Depends on if I want it sunken or not. Because you'll still see blue if I do this.
Okay.
So it depends on if I want to raise stuff up or not. So I'm picturing Roger Williams, and I'm picturing how the layout of the sand is. And it pretty much goes along the edge. Like, we don't want water at the edge, obviously, so I'm going to fill that in. Kind of a large enclosure for that, but elephants are larger animals, so they need a big enclosure. I'll lead this into something else. I'm going to get some of my slope pieces and figure where that's going, but I need some mud. Mud. These pieces are just not the ones I want to build with. That's the problem. These pieces, like, I need smaller in this color. I don't have any. I need 1x3s and 1x2s in gray. I might have some 1x2s, so here we go.
I need my arms.
Drew is focused over there.
It's just a flesh wound.
Maybe I shouldn't leave him alone.
Putting Voltron back together. You can see how tall he is.
He's very tall. Yeah, so that part may have to wait. I'm gonna start grabbing some slope pieces and.
Oh, all right.
Well, the mud part, I can't figure out how I want to do it yet. Like I said, I just clicked it and have no idea what it's about. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna start a little slope area to get that little area where the elephants can go in the mud and have a little waterfall. I might build a waterfall at one point too. So I'm gonna see how I play around with slopes. And again, this is how I design stuff. It's not ideal way to do it, but it ends up for me coming out better than what it would have been if I tried to design it on a computer. And people could probably say otherwise, but
That's why whenever I come over, he's redesigned something because he saw something and he went, "Oh, I want to change that."
I don't know what you're talking about.
I could pick that camera up and just aim it over
Don't
there.
show anything.
could, but I'm not gonna.
So here I'm gonna try and design a little technique here with the rock, like a rock section, and then have a water.
Use that technique in your city. On
I do on the beach wall.
On the beach wall.
Yep.
See, I pay attention.
Sometimes he pays attention.
Sometimes I do.
Finn is in school. You're in school.
Oh, okay.
He must be a different time zone. He's in school and watching Lego.
Nice. Well, I mean, depending on how old Finn is and if he should
Finn is young.
If he should be watching this while he's
I
in
think
school.
you were there. Did you meet him?
Oh.
You met him at
yeah.
Brickfest.
He's in school now?
I don't know where he lives. Not now. It's finished at 2:15 every day Eastern time.
Oh, okay. So you should be done. Yeah.
I don't know. He's not now. He's okay. We must have been talking about something, and he said he's in school. I don't know. I forget what we were talking about.
I don't know. All right. So one more.
One last final Voltron thing, and then Drew's gonna chat about something non-Voltron.
I don't know. I've been talking about Voltron so much, I don't know what else to talk about at this point. No idea.
He doesn't really like Lego.
Not really. I could do without it. Yep. That's why I got thinking about what to do with all the Lego I have.
He wants to sell it. You don't want to sell it, do you?
Yeah, probably sell some of it. The Friends stuff that my daughter had.
Oh, she doesn't use it anymore?
No, she's not that interested in it anymore.
It happens quickly, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And she loves designing things. We actually have these pieces from this company called Think Fun, and they're a bunch of different gears and stuff like that. So you can kind of make mechanical objects, and she made a wheelchair for a Barbie.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she was at her cousin's and she saw that the Barbie was missing a leg, and she's like, felt bad for it and was like, why doesn't this Barbie have anything to get around? So she made that Barbie a wheelchair.
Nice.
But that first one, and this is like version 3.0 that she's got right now, because she just keeps revising it and making new ones. So she would really like how you do Lego,
Well, just like I'm doing now, just randomly doing it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Angela's here. She made it.
Hey. Hello, Angie.
All right. So there we go.
We can talk.
Do you need any of these pieces over here?
Does PA stand for Pennsylvania? I would believe so, yes. Do I need pieces over where or what?
I don't know. One's over there.
So I'm working on a free, live, on-the-fly build of an elephant enclosure. And it's hard to tell what's going on here, but I'm working on the sand area, the curved fence, and then kind of a rock area, and there's going to be a water area as well.
Nice.
And that just, if you saw that, it just went flying, and that's probably what I'm worried about. Can you grab me one of those flat, those 2x2 round brown ones? I see one. Yeah, that.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that'll bring the height up, and it will stop doing that, hopefully.
All right. We're going to just focus on what Brian's doing now.
What am I doing? He doesn't know what he's doing.
He is making an elephant enclosure.
So this part ends up being floating right now. I'll have to figure that out afterwards. The rest of it's perfect.
It seems as you curve it, they kind of go up a little bit, so they're not all on the same level.
Yeah, which is why I'm raising the base plates out here.
But like this one is it's like this here is up higher than over here, so you don't have to raise them all the same level, just the ones in the middle.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They
it's weird. It curves
up.
up.
Yeah, it curves up.
We have 8 viewers. Yay! So that's what you can see, and this is really based on, if you picture Roger Williams, they have this rock area here.
Yeah.
And there's a waterfall here, and this is kind of, I'm trying to picture where the water is. Would it be? It's kind of in this section, right?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I haven't been there in a number of years at this point.
Oh.
So no, I'm not quite sure. But you look at that. You look at what Disney did for their safari. It's all like sand, like red clay, sand, stuff like that, because the elephants will use that to help cool themselves off, not just the water.
Yeah.
So it's good that you're putting sand down so that they have like sand in their enclosure and dirt and you know you got even the different colors there. So like you got more kind of a mud look there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's nice. So
he likes it.
yeah, it's doing a fun thing.
Bang up job here.
Oh, yeah, bang up job.
So this is where I kind of sketch out where the way the water's gonna go, and then fill this part in when I get the pieces I need to make this instead of like square, everything square, and get more of the. I have to look for more of this stuff.
Yep.
And if you see any around anywhere on the table, you can feel free to grab anything.
Okay.
Anything that color tan.
Well, let me just.
He's pulling pieces over. We have pieces everywhere. Everything went flying. There's pieces everywhere.
No, these have been here for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
No, they have
For
not.
a month and a half.
Can I have that cheese slope over there, though? So after building the Harry Potter, so I finished the Lego Hogwarts, the 6,000 piece Lego Hogwarts, and it's crazy. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I saw a cool picture on Instagram.
Oh, the black and white one.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I did. I did like that. That keeps popping off on the side.
So yeah, any of those dark tan pieces is what I'm looking for. I'm gonna go searching for them at Bricks and Minifigs. What is that?
You can make it an attack elephant. This is a helmet for the elephant.
I don't think it'll fit. Don't break my elephant.
I'm not gonna break your elephant.
I'm gonna I don't know what that means.
Dude, if we could get that to work, it would work perfectly for this elephant. Look, attack elephant.
Ah! I feel like doing some tomfoolery. Who's with me?
Look at that.
I think the viewers are distracted. That does fit.
I'm not gonna break your elephant.
Tomfoolery.
Who's this guy with the lantern? Is this a Harry Potter?
No, I think it's Jurassic Park or something. Maybe
he's got a wand in his hand. It looks like. Is this
he does have a wand. Is that
like a baby Weasley?
Baby Weasley.
I don't know. There's nobody younger than Ron other than Ginny. No, I don't know. And they got enough of them. 6 of them. So speaking of the Hogwarts and working on that, the Hogwarts. Harry Potter games for Lego are coming to the Nintendo Switch as a full.
Yes, they are,
so,
and that's exciting.
We're hoping to get a copy of that so that we can review that here and maybe do some live play and stuff like that.
Yes.
When we get that to work.
Get it set up so we can stream it live.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Oh, these are good. Anything like that tan pieces.
I know.
See that bag right there from that one little tan? Can you look at that?
I can bring it over.
Can you bring it over?
Sure.
He's helpful.
It's a big one.
It is a big one. That's the Tower Bridge stuff, but I'm using it for pieces instead.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm grabbing pieces from everywhere, and I might change some out if I need them later. But again, it's a work in progress. It's a on the fly type of thing. It's hard to see it there, the color, because the light over there is too bright right now.
Is this another one that you're rebuilding?
What's that?
Is this thing, or did you buy this?
I traded it for some stuff, and I just wanted it for pieces. So I'm not building the Tower Bridge. I'm using it for pieces. Because there's over 4,000 pieces.
You got plenty of pieces.
Any tan plates or even dark tan stuff would be awesome.
I will see what I can find out of this giant bag.
He said I got 6 random Harry Potter figures. Guess which ones I got 4 of? 4. What would he have got 4 of?
I don't know.
Not Percival Graves. Because there's only 1 per case.
Yeah.
There'd be some pretty mad people out there if he says I got 4 Percivals.
Yeah.
Luna Lovegood. I liked her. I know where she is in the box. She's number 14 on the left, first column. In case anybody cared to know that.
Got Lego Rain Man over here. 14 to the left.
14 to the left. 14 to the left. I like Rain Man though. Don't you like Rain Man?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's alright. Not a fan of the Rain Man, I see.
No, I mean, I watched it way back when.
Did you?
I did.
So yes, I'm grabbing some more pieces over here. And I didn't expect this to get anywhere near finished, and it's not going to, but I am grabbing, just so you can see the process and how it does come together, and how I find the pieces. Like, I look and I'm like, oh look, this can work, and I'm going to use some smaller ones to get some stuff going in there. I thought there was 2 of her, though. Yeah, there is, and I don't know how many there were. I forget how many there were, but...
Somebody probably put some from one box into another. when they were finished.
Probably.
Mess with you.
Yeah, let's mess with these people. And stuff like this might work here, so I might put this on here. So that's why I'll use it.
Was this a very special thing?
It was gonna be a yellow hippo,
Yep.
but I decided not to do a yellow hippo.
Why yellow hippo?
Why not a yellow hippo?
Many reasons, I guess. Yellow hippo. All right.
It's Lego. They have weird stuff.
Sure.
He does not believe me.
I believe they have weird stuff.
He thinks I'm strange. But I am strange. But everybody knows who watches the show already knows that. See, so now I'm doing a little random height texture here to get it elevated to have this look sunken. So if I build the sand up a little bit, and I don't want it too high because I mean they wouldn't run on, like they don't really have. It's not really duny. It's more flat.
Yeah.
But I want some. But it's also what's that?
It's all flattened down from them walking on it.
True. Yes. Why? See, he wrote. Why not a yellow hippo? Thank you. There's always anything. Anything can happen in Lego.
It can.
You got to use your imagination.
Do you know it's an interesting game that I've been playing for? It's not Lego. Scribble Knots. Ever play that?
Is that the one where you draw lines and?
No, you actually have to like, you have to make words. So you have to say, okay, say you're going to help Batman, and Batman doesn't have a weapon right now. What you can write a word down, and that'll be a new weapon for Batman.
Oh really?
So if you want to, give him a carp, you could take a carp and fling it around. That sort of thing.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's I don't know how many words are included in it, but they just released like the Harry Potter series altogether. They just released 2 Scribble Knots ones together. They were 2 separate ones, and now it's like Ultimate Scribble Knots, and it also has like a DC Unmasked one, so you actually go around, you help the DC characters, and then the other one is you go on an adventure because you start off as kind of a punk who did something not nice. And then you have to go and redeem yourself.
Gotcha.
But here's some jumpers.
Those could come in handy here.
Yeah. Well, I figured they would.
Possibly.
Well, maybe not.
No, I need to find those. The Doc Tan one's gonna kill me because I can't do what I want to do until I get more of them.
Oh, see?
Handicap guy with the banana.
Yeah,
he slipped on a banana.
banana.
Where's Banana Bricks? Han Solo could meet Indiana Jones.
No.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you there. Glad you said that. Look.
They already did. They've met many times in this city.
And I have 2 different of them. But look, here we go. They're right next to each other in the zoo. Han Solo and Indiana Jones. They have met in the city. That's what's funny that he brought that up.
Oh, I guess that is Ron, because Harry's short too. They made them like the shorter size.
Did they?
Yeah. Maybe it's young. Do they have a young Harry and an older Harry?
I forget why those ones are young.
Oh, maybe that's from the. Do you have the set with the Whomping Willow?
Yes.
Maybe it's from that.
Oh,
set.
it's from because it's their first. They're young when they, when you first meet them, they're pretty young, so that could be, that's what it's from.
Yeah, that's probably it. I saw something on Sci-Fi, some channel, they're looking for, like, a resident Harry Potter expert. So
oh, yeah?
it's like a job that has gone up, that they're looking for somebody to be a resident expert in Harry Potter. There's some channel.
Really?
I think it's Sci-Fi, because Sci-Fi is showing all the Harry Potter stuff now. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. Probably not.
Going past 7? Oh, probably not. Luke meets Joker. Mark Hamill does both roles.
Yes, he does.
He does Joker?
He voices the Joker in the Batman animated series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, people must love that.
Yeah, he's awesome in it. He does ever since in the years between Return of the Jedi and the Force Awakens, he's done so much voiceover work.
Has he?
Yeah, he's one of the top voiceover guys.
I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. He's been in so many different things, but one of his most iconic roles is that of the Joker. That people know him for as far as his voice work. So,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's a major voiceover guy.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Drew teaches me stuff a lot.
There's an awesome podcast, and it is called The
10th Doctor meets Barty Crouch Jr.
What's it called? It's called the Big Pop Fun Podcast. He doesn't put it out anymore, but it's by Brian. Not Brian. You're Brian.
Brian who? What?
Tom Wilson. I was thinking Brian Wilson. It's
Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys.
Tom Wilson, and if you recall, Tom Wilson was Biff in the.
Oh, that's Tom.
Back to the Future series, and he is an artist now. So he does like a lot of pop culture art, and he still goes to a lot of the cons and things like that. And he has a pretty cool YouTube channel, and that Big Pop Fun is a lot of behind the scenes thing. And they did an episode. He and Mark Hamill talked the entire episode, not mentioning Back to the Future and Star Wars.
Not mentioning it?
Yeah, like I mean, they mentioned that we're talking about all things, not those things, because they've done so much other work before that and after that.
That's funny.
Yeah, Tom Wilson was a stand-up comedian before Back to the Future, and then he he's still a stand-up comedian now. So and an artist.
And an artist.
Yep, it's interesting. I don't know if this got rubbed off or it's two different styles of dogs.
Let me see.
One's a German Shepherd, and one's just a little brown dog.
That's a German Shepherd.
It's the German Shepherd.
I don't think it got rubbed off. Where did these come from?
I don't know. They were in the pile.
They should go.
Things just come in, and they end up in places, and he goes, "Oh, where's that?"
Oh, thank you, Andrew. Enjoy the rest of your eating. She's off to swim at the YMCA. Craggle.
Say no to Craggle.
Craggle. So I didn't accomplish as much as I wanted to in this, but I probably, because I'm on camera and talking and getting frustrated with finding the pieces I need, this is what I know it's, can't see it too well.
Well, you could be more focused, do more work on it next week, because you're going to be on your own next week.
Apparently I'm on my own next week.
He's on his own next week. I've got to go to a toy event in New York.
So this is what you can see. Bye, everybody who's leaving. I'll just show you a quick, there you go, you can get a better one on there. So this is the top-down view of the enclosure that I'm working on. There'll be a water area here. We got the rock mountain here, which will be higher, and gonna try to attempt a waterfall over here. I have an idea for that. Actually, it should be cool with a lot of translucent blue pieces.
I was just thinking of that.
Yeah, so maybe some white, clear white and translucent pieces there, and some bubbling at the bottom because it's falling.
So I can think of what pieces to use for it, but not how to build it.
So tell me the pieces, and I'll build it, because I can build it if you give me the pieces.
No, like what you would use for it. And,
well, exactly.
That's pretty obvious for
some of it, yeah.
Water. So I guess I don't know.
Well, I hope I didn't bore everyone today with my rambling and some what do I want to call this? A little bit of a enclosure. It's not really finished, but or even anywhere close to being finished. But I needed a lot of sand.
Yeah.
He's kind of big, so he needs to have a lot of room to run around here. And then I'll have this part where he can roll over in the mud.
Yes.
I could take the feet off and make them be sunken in the take these off and then have them sunken in the mud.
Yep.
Well, the water will be
take
here.
Part of the trunk off, and it'd be submerged even more.
We could.
Of course,
yeah. Not much more than that.
No, because the tusks are in the way.
Tusks do not turn.
Yeah.
So, that is our Voltron elephant enclosure being in process, being built. Thought it was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I was all over the place, and I see slope pieces in here that come in handy for this. I'm still seeing stuff, and I'm like, oh, I need to grab that so I can use it over here for getting this enclosure and stuff like that.
That's what he does.
I do.
Yep.
So I appreciate everybody who tuned in, and Mansfield for showing us on the wall. And
thank you.
We do want to, and we can't do it next week because apparently you're busy.
Right.
But I need to talk to Chris and Patrick about doing a live stream in the shop.
That would be good. Yeah.
Not next week, but possibly the following week if that works on your schedule on a Thursday.
We'll see. I gotta look.
I gotta talk to them too and see if they can do it.
Yep.
But we want to do a live stream so we have interacting with the customers. Maybe we can build a set from the store.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Something that Chris has that I know he has lots of stuff that needs to be built.
Yeah. We love doing that.
So stuff like that, and it'd be cool to do, and then we'll do an interview, a separate, either a live stream interview, which would be cool, or a pre-recorded interview.
Well, we could do, yeah.
One or the other. We'll talk about that. I'll message you if you're still watching. And anybody in Mansfield, thanks for tuning in. And everybody else who tuned in today, who's chatting with us and watching us play with Voltron and zoo elephants, thank you. And check us out on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube at Built From Bricks. Don't forget to subscribe. And tune in each here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our live stream. Me and Drew will be up to something silly. Thanks for watching. What have you built today?